Monroe voters get their say on a 1% sales tax renewal on the December 7th ballot. So tonight, Gabby Ballou takes a look at how that will impact the city's future.
Infrastructure is not always the thing that people see. Oftentimes it's underground, but it is what makes cities happen. It's what makes economic development happen. It's what makes progress happen.
Kelsey McCrary serves as the Chief Cultural and Economic Development Officer for the City of Monroe. Over the last few months, the call for the special election for the renewed tax has caused some controversy amongst some of the City Council members and Mayor Ellis's staff. Council members Juanita Woods, Rodney McFarland, and Verbin Muhammad have expressed their opposition to the tax, not only in a press conference on Monday, but also at several council meetings before the conference by voting to repeal the special election twice to change the language of the sales tax.
Let us rewrite the election call. We have plenty of time to make the changes because the current tax does not expire until 2029.
Mayor Ellis, in response, vetoed the repeal for the election twice several months ago. According to officials from the city, although the tax does expire in 2029, they are calling for this election to happen so current and future projects can continue to move forward.
Since this measure has been in place for so long already, it's accomplished many things across the city, especially in the past 4 years. We've seen immense improvement both with repair, with maintenance, and with responsiveness to projects that are needed.
The sales tax funds improvements such as sewers, water, streets, drainage systems, and more. Some of the past and present projects funded by the sales tax include the Texas Standard for Trunk Line repairs, parking lot improvements at the Benoit and Saul Adler Recreation Centers, and street improvements on Lee Avenue. Councilman Rodney McFarland expressed in the press conference he wants to make sure all the funds are going to the streets and not just buildings.
We need to make sure that our streets, especially on the south side of Monroe, is taken care of.
According to officials with the city, the tax funded over 40 projects with an investment of over $120 million to the city. They also say it is estimated to generate over $18 million in the first year, and overall, in 25 years, it's estimated to generate over $470 million. In a statement from Councilwoman Gretchen Ezernak, she says in part, "I am in full support of the infrastructure tax renewal that is on the ballot for the December 7th election. These projects directly benefit our residents as well as providing opportunities for economic development." Councilman Doug Harvey said in part, "I will be voting for this renewal because I believe the capital infrastructure tax is a cornerstone of our city's growth and development. As council members, we are entrusted with the responsibility to address our city's infrastructure needs, and this tax renewal aligns with that mandate. Voting against it would undermine our ability to meet those needs effectively." McCrary says it's important for people to understand the meaning behind the sales tax.
We are asking for people to be aware of what this tax renewal is for, asking for them to be aware of what types of projects that it funds, and then to be able to make that decision intelligently.
For full statements on the infrastructure tax renewal, visit our website at knoe.com. In Monroe, I'm Gabby Ballou with KNOE 8 News.